Patton Oswalt from King of Queens. I know, it's pretty amazing, and you're welcome. I have so many questions for these guys, and I have some questions that were actually. This first one is from Andrea Romano. Sorry, they left all these name tags up here. I loved her on One Day at a Time. Does anybody want Diedrich Bader's name? Here comes Dirt War. You know what?
Fortunately not the big thing.
That miscatch is why he's here. Oh God, please. All right. Hello, Frown. So I want to ask you guys, and I'm going to just start kind of sending you questions generally, and then whoever it applies to, please. Jump in. One thing, I'm going to start off kind of...
Could you do it in the voice of Joey?
Yes. That is what I want to know there. That's the different version that we did that'll come out later. Criterion's putting that one out. It was a very different ending. It's a plague to Paris. It's pretty dark. You know, David Fincher originally wrote Ratatouille, right? You know, this show kind of was a pre-internet model in that, you know, you guys, it was the same structure as YouTube, MySpace, and Facebook in terms of all of you guys passing around tapes and communicating with each other. Before there was an internet to say, oh, did you see this show? Did you catch that reference? That's so amazing. And then it just sort of built that way. And then when the internet kind of came along, it just fell in naturally. Do you think that the show would have developed differently, either better or worse, if the internet had been around and as in society when you guys started the show, or was it good that it was all word of mouth for a while?
I think we would have done more porn. We modeled the show after the porn industry, and that's circulating the tapes was all about.
Let's cut his mic right now. I mean, were you guys aware, how aware were you that the show was starting to catch on outside of Minneapolis? Because you started off on Minneapolis cable access, basically, on UHF, and then
real station,
yeah.
The thing is that it's not even a question if there was no internet. It was almost like there was no cable TV either, because when the show was first on, none of us knew anybody who had the Comedy Channel and who watched it, so it was just a rumor that we were on TV. You were making your TV show. Our checks were rumors.
What was your first indication that, oh, this thing is growing beyond what we thought it was going to be? Like, what was the first?
Well, when we were at TV 23, Jim Mallon, right there, he put an answering machine on. We got a dedicated phone line, and we ran a little chyron at the bottom of the screen that said, call us, and people filled up the answering machine the first night.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then is that when you took it to the Comedy Channel or Comedy Central, or you started thinking, oh, we can take this?
Well, we started a fan club, and got about 1,000 people, and so after we did like 22 shows, we cut together a 4-minute cell tape, and that's what we wanted.
When the original fan club, were there membership cards or fan club cards? Does anyone here have an original, like from the old school original ones? Yeah. Oh wow.
There's a guy in the second row who knows a fuck of a lot about the show.
I think you said that they had newsletters. We used to send out newsletters. Yeah. And Trace was the one who drew the original fan club cards.
We were giving out, we had the newsletter, and then...
There's one in the front row.
Hey, there you go.
Wow. Laminated.
Oh my goodness. Let's make it tinier. So
stand there going, "Give it back."
It's laminated. She's thinking, if I can get Frank Conniff to lick it, I'll win the scavenger hunt.
It's not that hard to do with most of them.
So then, back then, when you were first starting the show, and I'm sure that this became, however, take us through a typical prepping an episode, finding a movie that you were going to rip apart.
And KTMA.
And KTMA, how did that
Well, in the beginning, it was almost any movie in the library because KTMA had no money and had purchased the cheapest film packages possible, which dovetailed really nicely with Joel's concept. So it was basically pick any movie out of the library and we were in pretty good shape.
And you just had tons of garbage to work with, like the movies that you...
Nothing but garbage, as a matter of fact. No budget on TV channel, and there was nothing but garbage. So a lot of leave and leave movies.
That's my second question. Was there ever a movie that you started to sit down and watch? And here, this is a two-part question. Was there ever a movie you started to sit down and watch and thought, okay, this is going to be great, and then you realized, oh, this is actually a hidden gem. This is pretty good.
Not at KTMA.
Not at KTMA. Okay, then my second question is, was there ever a movie that was so bad, so horrifying, that you're like, this would be, we can't even make fun of this movie?
Manos to him.
But what I'm asking is, have you guys ever seen and yet never spoken of something worse than Manos that you've all maybe
Child Bride. Oh, that wasn't so bad.
It was Appalachian kitty porn. It was
And KTMA had it in their library, or?
this was a screening we got sent later.
That was from the 30s.
That's true. It was. It's old-fashioned Appalachian kitty.
Wholesome porn.